And a most pleasant good day to each and every one of you. Today, of course, is the 25th of October, 2018, Thursday. Let's get right to it. This is the NAM map. This map is a general forecast for the next 3 days. Okay, so it's courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. What's happening? Well, the stage is set for the first nor'easter of the season to develop along the East Coast by Saturday. That's right. Also, unsettled weather is going to continue for the northwestern United States into the northern plains and the Midwest. Lots of stuff's coming up in this edition of Weather News with J7409, the name you know, the news you can use. As we turn on the map here we go. It seems that the pattern is continuing to favor an upper level trough over the eastern United States. Now, the stage is set for the first nor'easter of the season to develop along the East Coast by Saturday. Now, the frontal wave that has been nearly stationary off the Texas coast for the past few days is being energized by upper level moisture originated from former Hurricane Willa, as well as a modest upper level trough moving into the central southern plains. Now, under these conditions and setup, the frontal wave will adopt a steady eastward motion along the Gulf Coast through tomorrow. While it gradually is expanding in size, it's going to be big, people. Showers and thunderstorms will be widespread across the lower Mississippi Valley today, moving into much of the southern U.S. tomorrow ahead of the low pressure center, together with increasing northeasterly winds. By Friday night, much of the mid-Atlantic into the Appalachians will see rain, which could become heavy at times overnight as the low pressure system begins to intensify more rapidly near the mid-Atlantic coast. Coastal sections from the mid-Atlantic into southern New England will likely see the strongest winds Friday night into Saturday morning, with weather conditions typical of a nor'easter. Now, conditions should be much calmer in the interior sections, but expect a general area of rain to spread eastward from the plain states today and to the Ohio Valley tomorrow. On the other hand, interior New England should see wintry precipitation develop by Saturday morning as the low pressure system approaches from the south. Now, across the Pacific Northwest, we got a strong jet stream as well as multiple surface fronts that will lead to continued chances of rain. The heaviest rain will occur in the coastal ranges of the Cascades, and most of it is expected to fall as rain, although in the higher elevation peaks you could see some snow. By Saturday morning, some of the rain will make its way into the northern high plains as an Alberto Clipper develops. Now, the ongoing temperature patterns of warmer than average in the western U.S. and colder than average in the eastern U.S., with the exception of Florida, will continue through the end of the week. On the western side of the strengthening low pressure system, with considerable clouds and rain, parts of the Carolinas and western Virginia will only see temperatures reach the 40s by tomorrow, which could set records for cold high temperatures. Now, when I say parts of the Carolinas and the Appalachians, that's what I mean. Mostly these temperatures will be in the western parts of South and North Carolina, not on the East Coast. This should occur on the western side of these states. If you haven't already done so and you're into the weather like all of us here at Weather News with J7409, please subscribe now. Click the bell. Check out the email notifications to make sure you get all the latest in weather news, forecasts, watches, warnings, and storms that may be in the making. Okay, here we go. National Hurricane Center map this morning. I have this set on the 5-day. That's why the time's different. But the system, this disturbance we've been watching, I really don't like the way this looks, but hopefully it will not mature to the degree that it hits anybody on the eastern coastline. That's what I'm hoping. I'm thinking that a pressure system will come through later on and sweep it on out. That's what it's looking like from everything I've checked out. But as of right now, this is what we have to go by. It is disturbance number one. It's showers and thunderstorms, and they're gradually becoming better organized in association with this broad area of low pressure located over the central tropical Atlantic, about 950 miles east-northeast of the northern Leeward Islands. Now, if this thing were to develop and get a name, it would be Oscar. Now, this low is expected to move northward over the next couple of days into an area where the upper level winds are forecast to be conducive for further development. And a tropical or subtropical storm is likely to form Friday or Saturday. Can you believe that? After that time, the system is forecast to turn westward well to the north and northeast of the Lesser Antilles through early next week. So you guys down in those areas on the island, it should not affect you, okay? And the next 2 days, 60% chance of forming. In the next 5 days, 80% forming. And don't worry, I'll keep my eyes on it. This is on the wind map from the European model, and by tomorrow, somewhere around lunchtime, an hour ahead or an hour behind, somewhere around lunch tomorrow is when the system should begin to start to organize off the South and North Carolina coast right in here. In the meantime, for today, you guys are going to get rain all along in here around the panhandle of Florida, sections of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and some rain in Texas, but most of the rain should occur right around this boundary area in here. Now, I'm not, when I say most of the rain, 1 to 2, possibly 3 inches. I'm thinking 1 to 2 more likely. You could have more in some spots though. But this is the wind map. You can see it start to generate here, and we'll move on across to around 7 p.m. tomorrow night. As it moves upward, you can see the winds are coming in. They're not actually inland so bad. They're remaining off the coastline, so that's a good thing. The higher winds are off the coastline, but the Outer Banks are going to get gusty winds, probably 40 to 50 miles per hour off of this. I should get somewhere in the 30-mile-per-hour range right in the area that I live off here. And you can see the way it's circulating, just like the systems do, it will be pushing water in, okay? I'm not saying there's going to be gigantic flooding, but there is that possibility, and maybe the possibility of some power outages. Come by Saturday morning around 2 a.m., it's going to move on up, and parts of Long Island, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, all of these places, in Virginia, you're going to start seeing the water start to rise some, and the winds are going to start to get gusty. Very, very gusty. When it comes to rain, we might even hear some thunder once in a while in this. We'll see what the rain is looking like. Oh, yes. See there, lightning going on. We're going to get rain coming in, looking like that Saturday morning early. New Jersey will have rain off and on everywhere. As we move along through Saturday to around lunchtime Saturday, we can see it move further up to the north. Okay, looking like the center right around here. You can see where all the rain is, and some snow, Vermont, New Hampshire, and very northern New York right up in here. This is what it's looking like on the European map now. It can all change, as we all know. What I'm thinking, though, is that when we come to the wind, this is the way it was yesterday. I don't know what it's like today, but it's looking like Long Island's going to get the gustiest of winds. Now, this is sustained winds, so let's just see what they're looking like. 31 miles per hour. When we come down to the gust of winds, 62 miles per hour. This is high wind you're going to be feeling. That's the gust. As this storm moves further to the north, the stronger it gets. Once again, this is gusty winds. You will have sustained winds also. And we will come down now and we will check out what the rain's looking like up in these areas at this time. You can see you're getting some rain along with all of it, and we'll move on along to around 9 p.m. Saturday night. And when we get up to that, you can see the snow is to the northern portions with more rain down in the southern sections of these New England states. Anything else happens, I'll keep you up to date. The wind's going to blow, the water will come in. Please be aware of all of this stuff if you have to be out and about in it. And make sure you always have some backup power, because the electricity could go off. I'm not saying it will, but it could. Okay? And please be careful if you're out in this. When will it end? We'll hop up to Sunday morning around 5 p.m. Still moving on up with rain in New York, parts of Massachusetts. And by the way, Massachusetts and all you guys right down in here in Connecticut, you will feel the effects from this storm to some degree. And as we look right down here, here is a system that I just told you about that's trying to make up. So we got lots to keep our eyes on, lots to think about, and lots to be prepared for always. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a good day, a great day, a blessed day. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. I went to the eye doctor yesterday, and I found out I have a disease in one of my eyes, and I could go blind from it. So keep me in your prayers too. Sorry I haven't answered all of your comments. I'm just doing the best I can right now with what I got. So I will get back to you though, and I try to read every one of them. I love y'all. Thank you for everything. And much peace, love, and kindness to each of you guys. And I mean that from my heart. Thank you so much for watching.